Silikali niyatangasa kana kuvikia oyu AKENYA miongo muonza na thanthatu NIMATIITWE ni THAYU na ANGI ngili miongo itatu na atano MAKATIWA MATENA MAWIKALO KUMANA na MBUA ya NINO ila yiendeeye UKUSIIWA ISIONI KIVATHUKAN'YO va Kenya. Muneni wa vo manene ya Silikali State House Hussein Mohamed ni wawetakana nzama ya maminista na ila itwaisi kikalo kwi umuthi kioko ni yitikanile kuka na mivango ya kuokitana na MBUA Mohamed ingi niwaumbulakana kaunti miongo itatu na nyanya nisio ikunikite muno aiweta Silikali taivathite silingi bilioni muonza sia kutangia enende na ukono wa NINO. Joseph Kitaka ni wakuvingwa vilingwa mauvo na ilipoti.
Mbe wa Kenya miongo muunza na thanthatu mbikiavu nimaitie mathayu mo na ANGI ngili miongo itatu na atano kutiwa matena misye kana vandu matona kwikala itina wa MBUA mbingi kwitha yiende na UKUSIIWA va nthi ya Kenya. Kwenana na muneni wa manene ya Silikali huenda State House Hussein Mohamed na hula wane na nyumba sia unyaicha wa mauvo numbulakana nza manene ya maminista ya mituki na ila president wetisi kiokoni cha umundi ni iki ya mivango misio ya vamwe na ila Silikali kuosa nikenda kutethesia AKENYA ala vinyiye vindane ka MBUA ino ya NINO yiende na Kuaa.
Resulting from the NINO, of course, what has happened is that we have seen widespread flooding that has regrettably led to the loss of lives, displacement of families, disease outbreaks, destruction of infrastructure and property, as well as prolonged power outages across Kenya and many parts of the Eastern Africa region. Consequently, Cabinet has sanctioned various policy and administrative interventions to augment the ongoing state mitigation and response being implemented by the national and county governments. The additional policy and administrative interventions sanctioned by Cabinet this morning will enhance our national resilience and preparedness for future weather and climate-driven disasters, as well as better empower the state to prevent further loss of lives, destruction of property, and interruptions to our way of life arising from the El Nino situation.
Inge usainu weti kanandini wa kikalo chu cha mituki ni chumbulile kaundi miongo itatu na nyanya katiwa kaundi sio nthesi miongo ina na muunza ilema weti tasio mbinyevyo ni undu uu na tasi kwenda uteithyo wa mituki itina wa kwitha indo nyumba malelu siao undu mwana mali ingi ya vata kwitha yana ngitu vyoneke iwu kingi.
The meeting noted that 38 out of our nation's 47 counties are within the alarm stage, a stage characterized by flash floods, general flooding in low-lying plains, rivers busting their banks, landslides and mudslides, loss of livestock and destruction of farmland and infrastructure.
Kwenana na Hussein nikana isio sia Northeastern ondu mwana coastal region nisi kunikite muno ayumbulakana kikalo kita kitengi silingi bilioni muunza kuthinikia madhina a.
Cabinet noted with regret that we have lost 76 Kenyans to El Nino, while 35,000 households have been displaced. The most severely affected areas are in the northeastern, eastern and coast regions specifically. In eastern, Isiolo, Kitui, Machakos, Makueni, Marsabit, Meru and Tharaka Nithi counties. In that regard, Cabinet noted that the state had allocated 7 billion shillings with which it is implementing various programs to address the plight of Kenyans across the country. The funds were appropriated by Parliament and the contingencies fund as part of the 2023-2024 financial year budget and supplementary appropriations number 1 of the same financial year. The resources committed will be applied for humanitarian response, including distribution and supply of medical commodities, food and non-food items, rehabilitation of infrastructure, and resettlement of displaced families. The state's intervention is being undertaken in a joint effort between the national and county governments, and which incorporates the Kenya Defence Forces and the National Youth Service in operation with the Kenya Red Cross Society. Through aircraft made available by the Kenya Defence Forces, medical supplies have been airlifted to the most vulnerable counties.
Ndini wakimanza kini umbulaingi kana serikali ni nenganie sindu muthemba wandawa sa silingi milioni ya naimwe ya miongo nyanya kutoona ndeke seitagwa kaundini ya Wajia na mawidhi loko kutethesia inendi inge iweta silingi milioni maana atano taita ingiwe nikenda kunewa muvea wa udhoa yiya wa KCC nikenda kuthoya aimi yiya yo kumolangila ngalama kavinanika uthukumiwo uende na utamba ikamuno nundu wa MBUA mbingi. Vilingi.
Government has disbursed 500 million shillings to the new KCC to mop up excess milk during this rainy season. The government has also airlifted medical supplies worth 180 million shillings through the KDF and in conjunction with the Wajir County government to Wajir County. Infrastructure restoration is being implemented following damage caused by rains. The National Treasury last week disbursed 10 billion shillings of their shareable revenue. Cabinet also directed the National Treasury to release an additional 10 billion shillings to county governments this week. Cabinet also urged all Kenyans to prioritize safety during their travel in this period, as well as at their homes and workplaces. All Kenyans should exercise patience and caution while traveling, wait for storm waters to subside before attempting to cross roads, report any instances of flooding or landslides to the authorities, and strictly follow all guidelines issued by government.
Joseph Githeka ngilivote Vilingi wa Mauvo Mutongoi TV.